Hi there. Today I'm looking at dehydrating fruit so that you can have beautiful dried fruit to eat later on. If you've got too many of them in your harvest, or if you just bought too many, you can use one of these dehydrators to help you out and dry it so you can save it and preserve it. What I'm doing, it's my first time, so it's a bit new to me. All I know is that you need to cut your fruit up. Some of it's gone discoloured already. I've got some apples that I grew, I've got some peach, and I've got pineapple. So the pineapple was a little bit small, and that's why I chose that one. Anyway, what I'm looking at is size, and depending on the size and what temperature I have on is how long I cook it. So each time I do this in the future, I'll write down the size, the temperature, and how long I have it on. And that'll give me an idea later on down the track, you know, when I want to do it again, is how long this is going to take me. Because really the instructions don't come with a lot. They kind of just say, yeah, well, give it a go. So that's what I'm going to do, and bear with me, and I'll load it up and we'll get it on its way. I've finished stacking the dehydrator. I've got all my layers filled, and now ready to turn on. So I'm going to turn mine on and put it on 65. I've made a note of the size and the speed. So all I have to do is watch how it's cooking, turn them over every now and then so that they get a little bit of air on both sides. And if it needs to be turned up a little bit, turn it up. If it needs to be turned a little bit down, if it's cooking too quickly and I suppose discolouring, that will be a reason to turn it down. Come back in a while and we'll see how it's going. Okay. It's been 2 hours and they're looking really good now. The pineapple has become thin and actually starting to taste like a dried fruit. They're a little bit thick and sticky still. I've taken some chips off, the apple chips, and they're actually ready to eat. They're really at that stage where I think I could put them in a jar and they would save well. You know, they're not dried out. They've still got some consistency of moisture. So I'm turning them over, and this will probably be on for another hour, I would think, before they're done. So how exciting. I'll soon have my own dehydrated fruit. Look at these. I want to eat it now, but I know I have to wait. So just flip them. Okay. So the peaches are still a bit moist, but they had a little bit more moisture in them to start with anyway. But I've flipped them over as well, and they're looking really, really yummy. The apple was the one that was mostly dried, but some of it's quite moisture. It just depends. Maybe next time I cut them bigger so that they're, you know, as big. Put the lid on. Same speed, 65, and we'll wait another hour and see how they go. But this, as you can see, these are actually nice flakes of apple, and I think they're ready. I think they're quite ready. So I've just got a little container that I'll pop them in, and what I'll do with those later is put them in the fridge, and that's how I will keep them. These are all fine too. Lovely little pieces. They look really yummy. Okay, so put the pineapple on that one. Pop the apple into this. Now that's a nice little bit of dried apple, and considering I had too many apples and that they would have only gone off and gone to waste, I've got a fair bit of dried apple there, and I only had one small pineapple, but that's okay. They're ready to go as well. I'm very happy with how they've turned out. Yeah, if I had had a bigger pineapple, I would have had a lot more, but now that I've done it once, I'm really, really happy about that, and I can see myself doing it again. So the peach, which smells absolutely beautiful, I'm going to pop 3 of these in. Because that's what it says in the instruction manual. And just turn that back on for a little while longer, probably I'd say another half an hour, and they'll be done. So don't be scared of doing some dehydrating for yourself. I think it's a long process and it's a little time consuming, but when you think that you've got snacks for, you know, the next few weeks, I think that's well worth trying and well worth doing, especially if you have surplus in the garden and you want to use it all up. Good morning. I've finished my dehydrating and I'm really happy. This is the peach and it's come out really, really lovely. Better than I expected actually. It's they're moistened light but still dehydrated. So I think the trick is getting the thickness and the size of it right, and hopefully in the future I'll get that down pat. So just from one peach and one very small pineapple and a few homegrown apples, I've got a little stash now just to nibble on, so it's a healthy treat. It says to keep them in the fridge, and if moisture builds up in the containers, to just do a little bit more dehydrating, just, you know, to take that last little bit of moisture out. So I've really had lots of fun actually doing this. My dehydrator worked really, really well. I only had it on 65 and I think it can go up to 70 degrees Celsius by the look of it. So, you know, for a couple of hours that I had it on, I think I had the apple and the pineapple on for about 2.5 hours, and then I added an extra hour for the peach. So that's pretty good for a little stash of dried fruits, I think. But anyway, give it a go. Don't be scared of doing it. Ciao for now. That's nice.